Hey guys, this is Chris from Record Talk. Contest entry. Because I learned from Rob Rocker that you have to enter contest to be a real member of the vinyl community. So I hope this makes me a real member of the vinyl community. So we're going to enter Jeff Whitcher Vinyl Destination Contest. So you're supposed to talk about your favorite band. So my favorite band is Rubber Band. Yeah, okay. Stupid joke, stupid joke. I could come up with a comically inept pick here. Oh, my favorite band is Hootie and the Blowfish, but that's not true. So, actually, this is to be serious. This is a question I always have a lot of problems with because my favorite changes a lot. And so I was thinking about bands that I own a lot of records of. So I own a lot of Cure records, and I've made some videos about them recently. Although I'll be honest, some of their later material I don't really like all that much. Their last few albums. Um, Fish is a band I used to listen to a lot. I have not talked about them pretty much at all since I've become a member of the vinyl community. The last 18 months I've been at home a lot, listening to a lot of music, and I've barely listened to Fish. I've listened to more Grateful Dead than the Fish. And if you talked to me like 10 years ago, I would have told you that was impossible. But so Fish is out. Nirvana. I'm pretty much cataloged on Nirvana. Um, so, of course, we all know they came to an early end. Foo Fighters, Dave Grohl went on to them. I like their first few albums, but kind of went away from them. Pearl Jam, I like a lot of Pearl Jam, but I don't like enough Pearl Jam to call them my favorite band. I have a lot of Sonic Youth records. I have a lot of Sebadoh records. U2 and REM, these are groups I really loved in the 80s and early 90s. U2 especially kind of fell away from, and even REM. Don't like a lot of their last few albums. As far as sort of your country music, Americana, I'm really into Sturgill Simpson. Don't know if I'm going to go ahead and call him my favorite. Um, I'm probably new enough to jazz, so I'm not really going to consider anybody in jazz my favorite. I don't think I listen to enough reggae or enough hip hop or enough African music to call any of them my favorites. So what it comes down to is I babble about Juliana Hatfield way too much on my channel, but um, I mean her music has been pretty important to me the last year and a half. If I'd been making this video 2 years ago, I probably would have picked one of those bands I just mentioned. But so this is Hey Babe. This was her solo debut. Came out in 1992. This is the first time I ever heard her. She was in the band The Blake Babies before that I actually discovered after discovering this. And then she had sort of her MTV 120 Minutes major label part of her career with stuff like Become What You Are and Only Everything. Those are the two easy to get CDs of hers. And then she's moved on through the indie part of her career. Zoe and Rounder Records, stuff like Bed and Beautiful Creature and In Exile Deo. And then she had the part of her career, Ye Old Records. Ye Old Records was Juliana making the records herself and sending them to you. As in, literally, basically, the only way you got these records was to be on her website and order it from her. She did some stuff with like Pledge Music. So, for example, this record from about 10 years ago, There's Only Another Girl. So it's autographed. Sent in the mail. I'm 99% sure that she is the one who stuck it in an envelope, wrote my name and address on an envelope, and sent this to me. I should have gotten this on vinyl because she actually offered this on vinyl during the Pledge Music campaign. I wasn't into vinyl at the time, so I got the signed CD. Recently, the vinyl of this was selling for like $200, and the Ye Old Record stuff from about the early 2010s is like the unobtainium rare stuff. If you don't already have it, you have to pay a lot for it. Her last record that she self-released on Ye Old Records, Wild Animals. I literally don't have it on physical format. I only have an iTunes download of it because I forgot to order the CD because she's not a very good marketer of herself, and that one she did a particularly bad job on. Somebody's trying to sell it on Discogs for $150 right now. I'm not paying $150 for a CD. Now she's on American Laundromat. She's got somebody else doing the business part of it. And so, of course, to talk this much about Juliana Hatfield, you have to be a bit weird. This is her 2019 album called Weird on Purdy Blue vinyl. This has one of her best songs ever called Lost Ship. And the thing about one of the reasons why I really like Juliana Hatfield over a lot of other people from my generation, people who would now be in their 50s, is that she is still putting out a lot of new material. She's putting out material that's as good as she was putting out 30 years ago, or maybe even better. Every time she puts out a new album, there's actually a chance it's going to be the best album of her career. There's not many musicians when they get to be middle-aged that I think you can say that for. Maybe Nick Cave you could say that for. Her album from this year, Blood, I think is absolutely one of the most stellar records of her career. I'm kind of a loner, and I do know that she kind of appeals to those of us that are like solitary loner types by nature. And I realize that people who aren't that way by nature probably just aren't as into her music, but I am. And so I'm just going to go with that's my favorite. So thanks for watching, and I'll be looking out for more contests to enter because I want to be a real member of the vinyl community. These are not for sale.